So today, I really wanted to help you get clear on what the journey looks like because for those of you who have started your journey, maybe it's one that you have started before, and at this point, most of you will realize that, look, it's a marathon, it's definitely not a sprint. In the past, you may not have realized that though, and then when you come up against hurdles and challenges, you fall down, and if you don't learn from what those challenges and hurdles are, then you can come up against them again when you start again. Okay, so look, it doesn't matter where you are, whether you've just started on your health journey for the first time, or whether you're a few months in, or whether you're considering starting again, but you just can't really bring yourself to do it. It doesn't matter where you are. The purpose of today is to get you super clear on what the journey ahead looks like. All right, so I've had quite a few people in the last couple of weeks get sick, and that's a hurdle, that's a challenge, and it's unexpected. And when you are embarking on your health journey, or when you're on it, you think, well, I'm healthy and I should, I shouldn't get sick. So sometimes that can be something that you think, but it's you're still human, and you're gonna get sick, and then you're gonna get better. All right, and if it's not that, then it's going to be maybe you didn't get a result this week, but don't worry, you got to learn from when you fall down, and it's going to get better. So whatever it is that those challenges are today, I want you to get super clear on what the journey looks like. Um, so that's the purpose of today, and I thought it'd be perfect to set you up for the weekend, and the next few days ahead. So for those of you who don't know me, let me just introduce myself real quick. My name's Taryn Thompson, and I've been on my own health journey. I've lost 28 kilos, and so over the last 6 years, I've really dedicated myself to helping people achieve their ideal body. I've chosen to specialize in two areas, that's hormone health and health coaching, because I believe that both of those things are necessary for you to be able to achieve your goals. All right, so that's the value that I want to provide for you. I do these Periscopes Monday to Thursday at 8 a.m. All right, now if you are new to Periscope, if you tap on the screen, you'll see some hearts pop up. That's showing your appreciation for the content, that you're loving it. And also, if you swipe up or swipe across the screen to the right, then that will give you the opportunity to share this Periscope to your followers, or it will give you the option to share through social media. Okay, so let's talk about what this journey looks like, because like I mentioned, it's not a sprint, it is a marathon. And as you know, like marathons, there are a few different places that you go through in your head when you are running that race. All right, and so I wanted to let you know what those are. The first thing is that when you start, you will expect everyone to support you. All right, when you start your health journey, you really do. You're inspired, you're excited about the possibility of what you'll achieve, you're imagining getting into all your old clothes that you thought you'd never get into again, you're excited about feeling energy, you're excited about inspiring your kids, whatever it is that you are excited about. It starts off, enthusiasm and excitement starts off pretty high when you are getting started on your health journey. And so the expectation is that people, especially the people who are closest to you, your family and your friends, are going to support you. All right. And so then when you come up against people who are not so supportive, then you can get really disappointed and sometimes even feel a little bit angry. Even worse still, you might feel that there may be truth in what people say. Okay, so someone might say, oh, well, you can't do that forever, or, oh, look, I've done one of those things before and they don't work. Or, well, you can't give up sugar forever, so I don't know how you're going to maintain that. Whatever it is, sometimes it doesn't sound so snarky. Sometimes it might even be coming from a place of love. Okay, sometimes it could even be your own mother. All right, it could be your mum's trying to pile food up on your plate. You could be 2 weeks in, all right, and then mum and dad come over from wherever, and she's cooking, and she's excited because she's your mum and she just wants to feed you because that's mum's job. That's what mums do. And she's piling food up on your plate, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, how do I tell her less of the potatoes, mum? And she says, well, why? Or maybe you're sitting at the table with your girlfriends and you're not having a glass of wine, all right? And they're like, what? Are you pregnant? And you're thinking, no, I'm not oh, it's because I'm not drinking, all right? And they're all like, oh, well, have a sip of mine. Or, hey, let me order a glass. Oh, it's a special occasion. This one's on me. Maybe it's even things like that, all right? And you're like, but I told you guys, all right, that I'm on my health journey. This is what I'm doing. Maybe you told them just last week, right? And now they're trying to pour wine down your throat. Look, when you expect everyone to support you on your journey just because you are excited, it's just one of those things that it's a little bit unrealistic. And some people will, but sometimes the people who are closest to you can be the ones who are the most unsupportive. But you know what? It's not about you at all. And this is one of the things I wanted to encourage you with. It's not about you. The thing is that sometimes when you are going through your journey, the things that are coming up for you are things that have come up for them in the past. Okay, sometimes it can be quite confronting with you and all your healthiness. It's like a mirror for them. All right, so when they are drinking their wine, or when they are eating what they know is just a little bit too much on their plate, whatever justification or whatever it is that is going on for them, you, being the minority, can be quite confronting at that time for that person. And so the only way that that person knows how to deal with it, and they won't be dealing with it on necessarily on a conscious level, but it is to give you resistance. Okay, so you are going to come up against resistance. So what I want you to know is that there are going to be some people who will be so supportive, and there will be other people who are going to be not so supportive. And those other people, they don't mean to be unsupportive at all. Think of it this way. Look, think of it this way. Challenge is there to check in with you whether if you really want this. Okay, challenge is there to check in with you to see if you really want this. Okay, be compassionate, be kind, because everyone has their own stuff that they're going through. This is an opportunity for you to lead out. Okay, this is an opportunity for you to lead out. It's an opportunity for you to check in with yourself to see whether you really want this. Everyone has the opportunity to achieve great things. This is your opportunity, but you have not proven whether you really want this yet. Okay, you're just starting. The second thing is you will fail. Okay, so the first thing is that people will surprise you. People will surprise you. You're gonna expect everyone to support you. They're gonna think that you'll fail, but the second thing is then you will fail. Okay, you will. It just is the nature of the beast. When you're moving forward, success does not look like a straight line going forward. It literally is. It looks like zigzags. You're going to fall down, but here's the difference. This time, you're going to get up. All right? People in their challenge, when they fall down, they stay down. And that's what they're really saying when you were expecting support. They know that they've embarked on a journey before and they've fallen down and they haven't been able to get back up. But you're going to get up because this time you really want this. And this time, hopefully you have a coach who is in your corner, helping you get through your stuff, helping you change your perspective, and making sure that you really do get up again this time. Okay, so whether it's a plateau that you come up against, maybe the plateau is the challenge that you come up against. Maybe it's not a plateau, maybe you get sick. Okay, there's a few people who have gotten sick in this last few weeks, so maybe that is causing you to feel really despondent, really low. Perhaps you have cravings that you haven't had for a while and now you're having some. I'm going to recommend that you get some pistachios, salted pistachios, and some blueberries. Keep them handy because, just as a side note, when you're sick, you crave salt and sugar. Okay, so that was just a little side note. But the point is that you will fail. That's just the road to success. It looks a little bit zigzagged, but the way that I want you to look at it is that it is an opportunity for you to identify where you can grow in this challenge and then move through it. Okay, just keep pushing through. The next one is that you'll surprise yourself. All right, you will surprise yourself because you'll hit a milestone and you'll be like, holy crap, I just lost 10 kilos. Like, are you freaking kidding me? How did that happen? All right, so you'll surprise yourself and you will be stoked. Maybe you'll fit into those jeans. Maybe you'll fit into a dress that you didn't think that you'd be able to fit in yet, or that you didn't think that you would ever be able to fit in. Someone will compliment you on your amazing looking skin or the way that you are looking, and you will surprise yourself. Okay. Maybe at this point you're having a conversation with someone, and you find yourself teaching them something that you have learned with reception here, but maybe you find yourself teaching someone something. So you're having a conversation and you're teaching them something that you have learned, all right, on your journey that they didn't know. All right, so you'll surprise yourself. So expect that. Then the next thing is that people will surprise you. They will. What will happen is that maybe during morning tea during the workshop that goes down at morning tea, maybe someone brings in a healthier option than the standard chocolate muffins. All right, maybe they do their best and they fin break and they bring in a tray of those. I don't know what it is. Maybe they bring in something even healthier still and make and in their attempt they make a healthy fruit slice. I don't know what it is, but and you'll think, oh my gosh, that same person was giving me heaps when I very first started, right? But now those very same people are the ones who are surprising you. Okay, maybe someone who a good friend of yours, maybe a good friend of yours who you told what you were doing at the very, very beginning, gave you a little bit of resistance and maybe even said something that they probably don't even remember. Right? They probably don't even remember saying, hey, look, I tried one of those and it doesn't work. Or, look, you can't sustain that. Maybe it was just a passing comment where they said, oh, that's not sustainable, right? And maybe it was in amongst a whole bunch of other things, but that was the thing that you remembered. And now that same person is asking you what dressing that you're using on your salads, okay? Or maybe that same person is asking you, what are you having for your snacks? I see that you're having some of those healthy things. I'm not quite sure. Where do you get those from? Okay, that same person, and you're like, are you freaking kidding me? That'll happen, and it's awesome when it happens, but not until this part of the journey. All right, so maybe it is that someone gives you a compliment and they ask you, oh my gosh, like, what are you doing? You look amazing. And you're like, are you serious? Oh, you're still doing that thing that you told me about 3 months ago? Okay. Or maybe they don't even remember the thing you told them about 3 months ago that you were starting or whatever. That person will ask you what you were doing. And maybe even at this point, they'll ask you for my number. Okay. It's true. It happens. Right? It totally happens. Okay. The next part is that you inspire someone. Okay. It will happen. At this part of the journey, you've stayed the course. You've come up against challenges, but you've just moved through. You've heard what people have said, and perhaps a little bit you've taken to heart, but regardless, you've pushed through. All right. Maybe you had some perspective that helped you push through. Maybe you didn't, and you pushed through anyway. And and at this point, maybe you start to see, hey, look, you actually inspire people. It's true. Now, you may not know who those people are, but I'm telling you right now, everyone at some point tries to get healthy. It's true. Everyone at some point tries to get healthy multiple times. All right. So whenever health is a challenge for someone in their life, they make the attempt, and everyone fails, but few continue. Okay. More will fail and stay down than will continue. All right. But because you have been a part of the statistic that keeps going, then people are inspired by that and they want to know how you do it. And whatever that thing is, maybe it's because you are that you have a coach, or maybe it's because you are moving through your goals with a group of people. Maybe it's because of the books that you're reading, or of the periscopes that you're listening to, or for whatever it is. There is no one thing, it's a bunch of things. But I want to let you know that you inspire people. You look different, your skin is different, the way that you are is different. Look, there's things about you that are different at this point, and people are noticing, and they're not quite sure what it is. And you're not quite sure what it is, but at this point you are different, and you're starting to become one of those people. Okay, you're starting to become one of those people who eats cake and still looks skinny, but that you're not. From the outside looking in, you look like one of those people who's able to eat cake and look skinny all the time. Okay, but you know that that's not how it really is. But from the outside looking in, that's probably how it looks. All right. The last thing is when you get to that part of your journey when you really are convicted, and you know that, look, you've been on this journey for quite some time. It's been months, maybe even 10 months or so, maybe even a year or so, and maybe it's even a couple of years or so. But look, you've been on this journey for quite some time. You've dealt with a lot of challenges. You've fallen down, you've gotten up, you've fallen down, you've gotten up, you've plateaued, and then you've been inspired and gotten up again. Whatever it is that has happened at this point, when you have conviction at this part of your journey, you will start to notice that, and you will start to recall that the things that you used to love, you hate. And the things that you hate, you used to love. And in the good book, in the Bible, Apostle Paul talks about this. He was one of the disciples, and he talks about loving the things that you used to hate and hating the things that you used to love. And it's in Romans chapter 7. And it's interesting because when I read this, I thought, oh my gosh, that is so, so true. And now at this part of your journey, you are one of those people. You are one of those healthy people. All right. And at the beginning of your journey, maybe you thought, look, I'm going to go through this and I'm not going to be one of those people who are like trying to ram things down people's throats about being healthy, about preaching and teaching the good message of health. You're not going to be one of those people, but from the outside looking in, to some people, that's what it looks like. All right. So this is how you don't be one of those people when you are, okay, when you really are at this point one of those people. You be compassionate. That's it. You be compassionate for where people are at. All right. You be compassionate because you know that when you started your journey, you were real grateful for the people who were supportive of you. And so you be that. And so when people tell you in any area of their life on a journey that they are on or that they're embarking on, or when they can take control of their health, regardless of your opinion, you be encouraging. That's it. You be encouraging, and you be kind, and you be kind and encouraging to other people, but also be kind and encouraging to yourself. You be amazed that the people, that as many things that you say to other people, you say more things to you than you ever will say to anyone else in the course of a day. So you be kind to yourself, you be encouraging to yourself, regardless of your opinion. Okay, regardless of your opinion. So that's the message for today, guys. I hope that you really got some value from this today. I really hope that you see that the journey is a marathon, that it's not a sprint. Enthusiasm does wear off, and when it wears off, you've really got to look at what it is that's going to keep you committed. But then you've also got to realize that the journey does look this way. Okay, the journey does look this way, and don't let it surprise you. Expect these things, and then know that at the end, when you finish the race, it was totally worth it. And ask anyone who's finished it, they'd do it all over again. Totally worth it. The person who you become in the process is amazing. It really is an opportunity for you to be the person that you want to be, not the person who you are right now. Okay, so I really hope that you got some value from that. Thanks for all the hearts this morning. So if you thought that this was really valuable, and if you think that the way that you can be encouraging is to share this Periscope with others, right? Share this Periscope with someone else who is on that journey. Maybe you don't even know that someone is on a health journey. Just think, did you tell everyone that you were on your health journey? Right? Did you tell everybody? Probably not. Maybe you did, but probably not. And so there will be some people who are maybe struggling, who are maybe at some point at the beginning of their journey where they're real vulnerable and someone's giving them heaps and they just needed to hear this message. All right? Be the deliverer. Be the messenger, not the message. All right, be the messenger, not the message. And the way that you do that, the way that you could give encouragement today is by sharing this Periscope. And the way you do that is by swiping up or swiping to the right of your screen. And when you do that, it'll give you the opportunity or the option to share to your current Periscope followers or to share through Facebook. All right, so or whatever other social media platform it is that you're using. So that's it for today, guys. Have a fantastic weekend ahead, and I'll see you Monday morning bright and early. If you do have any questions or anything at all that you want to run by me, you can contact me through my website, which is generationhealth.co.nz. That's generationhealth.co.nz, and I'll reply to you within the next 24 to 48 hours. Have a great weekend. Peace out.